So in this honest Zikanalytics review, I'm going to break down everything you're going to need to know. I will even show you before and after pictures of my eBay seller account so that you can see and decide for yourself if Zikanalytics has actually helped me get exceptional results, and also if it's something that you're going to want to pay for and use for your own eBay business. Now, I'm making this video first of all because I'm someone that has actually used Zikanalytics myself firsthand, and I'm also making this video because I know that there are a lot of people out there who might have heard of the Zikanalytics tool and might probably be wondering, is it worth it? Should I pay for it? Is it going to make me more money? What's it going to do for me and all? So if you're one of those people, I believe that by the time you're done watching this video and I've walked you through the pros, which are the things that I liked about Zikanalytics, and I also walk you through the cons, which are the things I didn't like, and finally my own personal results alongside screenshots from my eBay seller dashboard, I believe you will be able to make an informed decision on whether or not Zikanalytics is something you're going to want to use and pay for or not. So I'll get the video started right away, but before I get into the video properly and start showing you guys all those things that I talked about, I want you to know that when you're done watching this video and you've seen the pros, the cons, you've seen my results, and you've seen the screenshots from my eBay seller dashboard, and you finally come to the conclusion that Zikanalytics is something that you would want to get and use for yourself, then I strongly recommend you use a coupon link to get a 50% off, just like you can see on the screen here, on all plans. So just a quick money saving trick for those of you guys who are going to, after watching this video, decide that Zikanalytics is something you're going to want to use for yourself. So I'm going to leave the coupon link down below in the description. It's going to be the first link you're going to see down below in the description. And if you're one of those guys, I don't know how to click links in the description, you can let me know down below in the comments. I'm going to send you the link there and you're going to be able to get that discount for yourself. And now that I've talked about that, don't forget to leave me a like if you find this video helpful, and also don't forget to ask me any questions you might have about Zikanalytics or something that I've said in this video down below in the comments. I'm always going to be there to answer all your questions. So if at any point in this video you happen to have any queries or anything that's confusing you or something you feel I might know, just ask me down below in the comments. I'm going to be there to answer. And now that I've said all those things, I'll now get this video started proper by giving you guys a quick backstory on how I ran into Zikanalytics. So to keep everything short and straight to the point here, I'm someone that does a lot of businesses on the internet. Most of my businesses are internet based, and for this reason, I'm constantly looking for new things and new ways to better the things that I do. That was how I first of all ran into selling and dropshipping on eBay, and that then led me to doing a lot of research, going through a lot of courses, and the extra research I did led me to the point where I ran into Zikanalytics. And when I ran into Zikanalytics, it was talked about by a YouTuber in a video as something that you're going to use to get the right information to know what to sell and what to do, what's working right now, so that way it's going to be like a copy and paste thing where you look at what's working, what can work, what other people are doing, and then with that information you get to actually do the same thing, better things or similar things on your own eBay store and actually end up making money. So that was how it was marketed to me, and that was why and how I started looking into the Zikanalytics tool. So long story short, I finally paid for an account after the trial, and once I became a paid user, I decided that I was going to make this video. So that led me to the point where I started making a list of the pros and the cons, which are the things that I liked and the things that I didn't like about the Zikanalytics, because all these softwares have their good sides and their bad sides. And that is why I make this type of video, to tell the truth and reveal everything about these softwares here. So that brings us to the point of this Zikanalytics review, where we're going to go ahead and talk about the pros and the cons. So right now, I'm going to get started with the pros. And once I'm done talking about the pros, I'm then going to go ahead and talk about the cons, which are the bad things. And then after that, I'll show you guys my eBay seller dashboard. And then you guys can get to make your final decision by yourself from all the things I'm going to tell you here. So like I said, we're going to start with the pros. And for the pros, the first thing that I like to mention here as something that I'd consider a pro, which is something I liked about using the Zikanalytics tool, is the fact that research and sourcing tool is second to none. So while I actually tested Zikanalytics, I actually tested a lot of other competitors like them, and to be honest, Zikanalytics, they have like the best research and sourcing tool. They even show you products by themselves without you even having to go and look. So it's something that is worth mentioning here because their own is exceptional when you compare it to what the competitors out there have. And that's the first thing on my list. And now that I've mentioned that, the second thing that I must mention as something I liked about the Zikanalytics tool is the fact that it has VA access. So like I said, I'm someone that runs a lot of businesses on the internet, and that actually keeps me busy. I'm always busy. So most times I don't have time to do things myself. So I have virtual assistants, VAs. Some of you guys might have them, and if you're someone that has them, you should know that it's worth mentioning here that these guys have VA access. So you can actually give your VA access to your Zikanalytics account and you can get some things done for you. That's not possible on some platforms, but these guys, they know that it's something important in this type of business and they actually took that into consideration. And that's the second thing that I must mention as a pro here. Now that I've talked about that, the third thing that I actually liked about the Zikanalytics tool is the fact that it's very easy for you to look at the statistics inside of there. It's very easy for you to see that this is working. Easy to read. You can understand the charts, the trends and all. It's very simple. If you've used this, you should know what I'm talking about. As a very, very easy to understand interface when it comes to looking at the statistics. It's very, very clear and concise in front of you right there. And that's just the third thing on my list. Fourth thing that I must mention here, something that I liked about using the Zikanalytics tool, is the fact that they offer a free trial. So unlike a lot of their competitors out there, they have a free trial, meaning that you can try it for 7 days and actually get to decide by yourself. So like, it's something worth mentioning here because their competitors don't have that. And now that I've said that, it's going to bring us to the fifth and the final pro on my list, and that is the fact that they have some of the best prices when you compare them to their competitors as well. So they have one of the cheapest prices out there. And like I said earlier, if you even want to get it cheaper still, you can use a coupon link and save yourself 50% off all the plans, right? Like I say, I'm gonna leave one of those coupon links down below in the description. And if you can't find the link, you can ask me in the comments. I'm gonna send it to you. But for now, I've mentioned 5 pros. That's 5 things that I liked about Zikanalytics, 5 things that I took note of from my own experience. And now that I've talked about those 5 good things, we're gonna go ahead and talk about the bad things, which are the cons. So these things are things that I don't like, things that I don't feel like other people are gonna like, things that I feel like Zikanalytics should improve on. And the first one on my list here is the fact that when using the Zikanalytics tool, the information you get is sometimes wrong. It's very easy for you to see and understand what they're saying, but the truth is that if you look deeper, if you do research by yourself outside Zikanalytics, you're gonna see that sometimes it's wrong, especially when it's trying to give you information from third world countries. So if you're someone that's looking to sell on eBay and your audience, the audience you're trying to sell to is not mainly the US or Canada or Australia or the UK or any of those countries that's very, very developed, then it's going to be hard for you to trust the data or information you're going to be getting from Zikanalytics because their tracking in those other countries out there is very, very, very poor, and I feel like it's something they should improve on. But on the other hand, it's not going to be much of an issue if you're focused on selling to people in countries like the US, UK, Canada, Australia, that those top countries. But if you want to go into the third world countries, then Zikanalytics is bad at that one. So now that I've talked about that, the second thing that I must mention as a con, which is something I didn't really like about Zikanalytics, is the fact that their customer support is not the best out there. So I've used a lot of companies. I used a lot of companies on the internet. Like I said, I run a lot of businesses on the internet, and customer support is something very important. Sometimes when you reach out to the guys from Zikanalytics, it's gonna take them a lot of time to like get back to you and all, and it's something very bad. It's something very bad in my opinion. I feel like they should improve on that. And now that I've talked about their customer support being bad, that's going to bring us to the third con on my list. And that is the fact that there are no detailed guides, right? So I believe that if you don't have a customer support, you should at least try to have a lot of detailed tutorials that's going to like show people how to do this, how to do that. But the thing is that over time, you're going to figure it out. I was able to figure it out. It's easier for me to use it now, but it's going to take you time to figure it out. But it's not really a very, very big issue, but I feel like it's something they can improve on by probably setting up a better customer support and creating a couple of tutorial videos to guide people on how to do certain things by themselves, for themselves, easily, instead of people trying to figure it out and going back and forth in the process. So now that I've talked about that, I think those 3 things are the things that I didn't really like about Zikanalytics. If there is any other thing, if any other thing happens or comes up in the future, I'm going to have to make an updated video to this one. But for now, those 3 things are the things that I didn't really like about Zikanalytics. And now that I've talked about the things that I liked, which are the pros, and the things that I didn't like, which are the cons, I'm now going to go ahead and get to the point in this review video where I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my results, show you guys where I was before I started using Zikanalytics for research and where I'm at right now that I've actually used it for a few months. So like I said, I started looking into eBay a few months ago, and that was why I ran into Zikanalytics. And when I started, I found it hard to pick products. I didn't know what I was doing. I actually had a little bit of an idea what I was doing. I knew what type of products to pick, but I didn't know how to be sure that I'm doing the right thing, how to be sure that this thing would sell, how to be sure that this thing has demand, how to be sure what people want, right? That was one of my biggest problems back then. But like I said, after research, I found and I paid for an account with Zikanalytics, and the picture of the eBay account you can see on the screen. I'm going to zoom into the name. You can see it says Daniel. My name is Daniel. That's my name. You can see it says Daniel at the top. This picture is a picture of my account when I was new. You can see my seller dashboard says 0. I'm going to zoom into the 0. Right now, you can see it says 0. And the picture you're going to see on the screen right now, again, is my account again. Right now, if I zoom in, you can see that in the last 30 days, I've done well over $2,000. And it's very important for you to know that I'm not really focused on eBay. eBay is not my main business. Like I said, it's just a side hustle, something I wanted to look into, and I'm already making this amount of money, like almost passively. And yes, Zikanalytics played a very, very big role in those numbers because they were the ones that helped me decide on what to use, what to do, what the right things to do are, because like I said, that was the biggest problem, trying to make those decisions. And Zikanalytics solved the problems and I started seeing results. So yes, it works, and honestly, I recommend it because I'm a living witness of the fact that the information you can get from there can actually help boost your business, because at least you get to see what other people are doing, you get to copy what's working, what's trending, and that puts you in the best position for success. So yes, I recommend it, but like I said earlier, I recommend you guys use a coupon link, save yourself like 50% off. Like I said, it's something that's going on right now. So you can click on the first link down below in the description. If you can't find the link, you can ask me in the comments. I'm going to send you the link. And now that I've said all that, you guys shouldn't forget to leave me a like on this video if you found the information I give you here helpful. And apart from that, you can ask me questions down below in the comments. And yes, just to repeat and conclude everything, I recommend Zikanalytics is a good tool. It has helped me from what you guys saw. But at the same time, I feel like there's some things they need to improve on. But those things are not good enough reasons for you to not use them. They are better than almost all their competitors, definitely. And I think that's going to be the end of this video, because I think I've talked about the pros now. I've talked about the cons. I've talked about my results. I've told you guys what I feel. I've shown you guys my eBay seller dashboard from before and right now. And I think that's going to be the end. Like I said, if you have any questions, ask me. But for now, I'm going to leave you. Peace out.